Okay, I'm gonna do over. It's too late for all this. Okay, y'all back. Y'all back. Okay. This may work better because this is my fault because I was trying to stream multi-channels and clearly multi-channels is not in my future for tonight. Am I good now? Hopefully I'm good. If I'm not good, it'll take a minute to catch up because sometimes that's YouTube, that's not me. Okay, I'm good. Okay. Whew. Look, I know it's late. Hey, Andrea. Hey, Kevin. Miss Nika. Happy after Easter. Happy after Easter. I hope that you guys had a good day today. I did. I ate all the food and drank all the wine, honey. You know, Jesus turned water to wine, and I drank all the wine today, honey. You just woke up. What? Hey, Tanya, Primetime TV. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. You was like, you wondering why your phone kept going off? I'm sorry, Juno. Turn your notifications off because sometimes I be up late, and I'm up late tonight. I told the people I was coming on late. I should just wait till tomorrow, but I'm here now. So I'm just going to try to push through. I am going to push through. Okay, y'all know. Y'all read the title. It's about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. You know, that's what I have my PhD in. I have to talk about what my niche is because that is my niche. The Real Housewives of Atlanta season 11 episode 23. This is the third part of the reunion show. What'd you say, Juno? I'm now here. You here now? Juno, like I'm at work, bitches. Fuck it. like it. Subscribe. All that jazz. If you are a member of my Patreon, you were a party to the exclusive live I did earlier. We already discussed the Housewives in its entirety. We took a few calls and everything earlier. The Patreon is patreon.com. I am ATLien. I was at my auntie's house, so you know I ain't want to just come on live, be all unprofessional, sitting at the kitchen table. But you know that's where I was. So I decided to go ahead and go live. But in the meantime, I did, want to give y'all a little bit of what will be on the site tomorrow. You said I'm drunk. Do I look drunk? Oh my God, do I look drunk? No, I don't think I'm drunk. I might be a little tipsy, but I ain't drunk. I'm Shamari right now. I'm Shamari. I just feel good. But anyway, so, season 11 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta has finally come to a close with the third installment of the reunion show. Kenya Moore was one of the major bones of contention at the reunion. Nene Leakes is still in her feelings. Cynthia was caught up. We already saw Cynthia caught up on tape. Cynthia is adamant that she did not know. She's still sticking to her story. She said not Shamari. She be drunk for real. Cynthia is still sticking to her story. Let me go back. Andy was talking about the bow wig party. That was the cliffhanger from last week. The bow wig party. Portia still says that Nene pulled her belt off, but some things came up. Allegedly, Nene apparently snatched somebody out the closet and knocked the producer's teeth out or something. I'm like, oh my God, it was some real fighting going on at the Leakes, at Casa Leakes. We didn't know about all these teeth knocking out stuff going on. But anyway, I don't know if I believe all that because, Nene denied it. She did admit to like snatching the producer's shirt, and she said while she shouldn't have put her hands on somebody, still she's adamant nobody shouldn't have went in her closet. You said you got to go watch. You missed the reunion. Yes, you need to go watch because it was very, very good. Portia still claiming that her belt was snatched off, that Nene put her hands on her. They showed a few clips, and the clips that they showed, Portia was actually coming out of the closet with behind Nene. So it's like, if she was behind Nene, how did Nene snatch her belt? And Portia was like giggling when she was coming out of the closet. So I'm like, how is this story adding up? Then the little clip that they showed from another angle where we heard Portia saying, "I'm scared, get me out of here," or whatever the case may be. Nene's saying that was filmed after the fact. She's adamant about that, while Portia is saying, that she was scared. Tanya's saying that she was scared. Everybody was scared. All of a sudden, everybody's scared. So I'm like, all of a sudden, Nene is this scary, angry black woman that, nobody can be around because they think she gonna kill them or something. Like, oh my God, this is sounded like KKK Kim Zolciak all over again. Remember, Kim was scared of the black women. Now these black women scared of a black woman. I cannot. Eva said she wasn't scared. Okay. Child, Eva is bucking up at everybody. Let's get on Eva for a second. While Marlo came out there, Marlo spilling tea about Eva and the bridesmaids and all that. Eva's like, I fell out with one bridesmaid. I know who it is. Marlo saying, well, it's not who you think it is, because clearly you didn't fell out with more than one, because several contacted me. Eva is like, it's just one. It's just one, and I know who it is, and I know why. Kandi steps in, and Kandi was like, well, I can attest it's more than one. You got more than one person after you. I mean, I'm just saying, you need to watch your circle. Eva was like, I'm cool with all my bridesmaids, and they were like, well, clearly you are not. If your bridesmaids is going around spilling your tea, telling people you ain't got no money, telling people where you live, telling people you bouncing from residence to residence to residence. They also kind of clowned Eva because she said she had 5 houses in one accord, and in another accord she said she just moved 5 times. She doesn't have 5 residences. She just moved 5 times. So you said clearly the black bridesmaids ain't cool with her, Vanessa. Clearly. There were, that was very interesting. And then instead of like getting mad at Marlo and at Kandi, Eva is still like really, really pissed off at Nene. Did you notice how she shifted gears all of a sudden? Like, and I need to talk to you because I don't understand why you felt that way at the wedding and you was crying and you were doing this. And thank God I had a toast, because when I watched the film, you walked out and it was like, what are you mad about after the fact? Like, you got the toast. It was your wedding. What are you mad about? Because however the producers decided to clip it up, that ain't had nothing to do with Nene. And she mad that Nene had a mic on when she went out there. And Andy already got her together on that last week on Watch What Happens Live, when he was like, girl, you are on a reality show. It's not like you can clock out when you feel like it. Reality is reality. That means real life. He was like, well, this was real life. I didn't want the cameras. I didn't want the mic on. And that's not the way this works. When you are getting paid to tell your life story, you need to be telling your life story. So, I just found it interesting that, Eva decided to gun at Nene. In addition, Cynthia, where are we? Oh, okay. We talk about the closet. Okay, so Nene, Nene is just like, she don't want to talk about the closet no more, because as far as the closet is concerned, she is like, look, I had a breakdown. I'm done with it. It's over with. I didn't, I shouldn't have put my hands on nobody, but, y'all shouldn't have went in my closet. That's it. I ain't talking about it. Period. Point blank. We done. That being said, when the ladies revealed that Nene had gotten so violent that one of the cameramen had got his tooth cracked and ended up in the hospital, Nene seemed a little bit surprised by that, but she kind of, refused to acknowledge it. She was just like, I had a breakdown. I'm done. I had a breakdown. I don't know. So do we know what happened with this camera? Where is this camera? We need to see some pictures of this cameraman with this broken tooth. We need to see. As far as Nene and Cynthia are concerned, I don't know if those two will ever be friends. It seems like Cynthia kind of grew some balls this season since she got Kenya and Kandi on her side. Kandi has, when they was on the mic, they was like, look, Kandi was like, I'll take responsibility for bringing Kenya here. So, she's like, as long as Kandi takes responsibility, I should be good. So now, Cynthia is just like, look, I don't give a damn what you think. Yeah, Cynthia was like, I do not give a damn if you believe me or not. So the door is closed on that friendship, huh? And I don't know if it was like a little play on words or whatnot, but Andy said something about, you could go ahead and walk on through the door or something, and then Cynthia was like, I'm gone. And I'm like, does that mean she gone next season? Is that what that means? Are we like hearing the setup right now? I don't know. I'm just saying, I just be looking at little stuff, be trying to figure stuff out. You said Bravo go cut them balls. Reese's Pieces, did you see when Cynthia was like, I don't make enough for this, Bravo don't pay me enough for this, or whatever she said? I'm like, girl, you better be glad Bravo paying you at all, if they still paying you. So there's that. They were showing all those little clips, and so whatever happens, we gonna dissect this reunion like like it's a frog in the damn biology department. We gonna just dissect every little piece of it. So is it true Nene hit the cameraman? Look, Andrea, I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there, but from everything that I've heard, it's not true. She did yank the man back, the shirt. The clips we saw, they were smiling and kicking. So I don't know what's true and what's not. We can only go by what they say. Let me see. Andy asked Cynthia why she whispered to Mike Hill. Oh, yeah. When they were talking about the whole Kenya thing, remember, Cynthia grew balls, and she was like, it's my event. I can invite who I want to invite. They pulled receipts of Cynthia saying to Nene, you should tell Eva about Yvonne and whoever else. And, Nene was like, it's my house. I don't have to invite, I don't have to tell anybody. But Cynthia was adamant. So the thing is, why wasn't Cynthia using her same advice? So basically, Cynthia was saying, even with the mic part, even with her saying, her and Kandi need to be on the same page. She was like, she just wanted everybody to know that Kandi was the one who got Kenya to come, period. So Andy brought up the fact he was like, well, I understand that. Okay, let's just say that's true. What about the part where you told Mike that you were supposed to act like Kenya wasn't, that you didn't know Kenya was coming? So it's like she didn't know what to say then. She was just stuttering. I don't know. She just stuttering. She said, Cynthia said she has said that because she had not even told Nene that Kenya was invited. So at that moment, she wanted to act oblivious to it all. Did that make sense to you? Did that make sense? Because she didn't even tell. We already know you didn't tell Nene, because that was the bone of contention in this whole situation. So then she said, and Cynthia didn't care what it looked like on TV. She swore it was not betrayal, but Nene didn't agree, and she said it looks like betrayal, so stop trying to act like it ain't. Then we see it all go down. Then we watch it. Why is it that everybody's looking at the same thing, but nobody's believing it? Somebody told me, I didn't see all of Watch What Happens Live tonight, but somebody was telling me that on Watch What Happens Live, like 90% of the audience believe Cynthia and believe it wasn't nothing or whatever. But I'm like, I feel like the only reason they believe Cynthia is because she's the nice girl. Like, nice girls aren't supposed to lie. We don't believe that Cynthia could ever, be betrayed, be this person who would betray her friend. But it seemed like she did to me. In the end, Cynthia said she and Nene are good, but she said it in a sarcastic tone and didn't seem very sincere. Portia Portia also called Cynthia to the carpet because she was like, wait a minute. I got something that, I have a question that we need to look deeper into. And Andy called Portia Holmes, like Sherlock Holmes. And she was like, didn't Kenya also say that you knew that she was going to be there? And they showed the clip of Kenya coming in and Cynthia saying, oh my God, I didn't know you were coming. And Kenya was like, girl, you knew I was going to be here. So Cynthia tried to like shrug that off and be like, Kenya was just being sarcastic, trying to be like, girl, I was going to be here, as a form of support. So I don't know if I believe that either. Somebody said her story changes in different interviews. Look, she did 10 interviews. All the interviews, she said something different. But again, Cynthia is the good girl that we will never believe is capable of doing any of this underhanded things. Meanwhile, we got Kandi, the puppet master. We got the puppet master sitting back pulling all the strings. That is evidenced by her former enemy, Portia Williams, basically saying, look, I had to talk to Kandi before I reached out to Nene. Since when does Portia have to talk to Kandi before she does anything? That didn't make sense. So, it looked like Kandi was slowly but surely getting everybody on her side to get the results that she wanted to get, whatever that is. So, there wasn't really anything in the reunion that I didn't know or think was gonna happen. The situation with Tanya, the situation with Eva, who else? I don't know. I mean, maybe y'all could tell me what y'all thought about it, because I'm sitting here like, And, Portia ending the whole thing off with a prayer. I thought that was interesting pretty much because Portia is next up with her, like Nene said, her 3 30-minute commercials. Her 3 weeks of episodes, Portia's having a baby. So, that was the end of it. That's all I got. I know y'all got some more, but I just, I'm just like really like, I don't know. I just feel some kind of way about the whole situation because it did seem like it was still Nene versus everybody. The whole Eva situation, Eva mad about the mic. The whole Tanya situation, Tanya mad because Nene said she wasn't going to marry the man of her dreams. Portia mad because she said that Nene, pulled her belt off, and she's also mad that Nene didn't send her a gift or whatever. Cynthia mad because Nene mad because of Kenya. Candy's mad because Nene. So it's like it's just one thing after the next. Like how, child, it was just too much. You said you caught a bit of Marlo dragging Junkie D on her YouTube. I missed it. Somebody tagged me in it, but Marlo blocked me, so I couldn't see it. Oh, I need to watch it some kind of way. Somebody need to screenshot it and send it to me so I could see it. But I didn't see that. Let me open these phone lines for a minute. I am tipsy. Oh my goodness. Hold on. 718-362 6360, pin number 9427819. There you go. Everybody mad. Exactly. Everybody was mad. Everybody. I didn't understand. Marlo.
Please enter your pin number.
So stiff. Don't be like that. Don't be like that.
Thank you. Joining the conference now.
Hold on. Oh, somebody already on the line. 6855. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Michelle.
Hey.
This is me calling from Memphis, Tennessee. I called last week. I'm calling again. Hell.
Yes, look. Me. Hey, me.
Let me get right into it. First and foremost, I'm going to tell you what my take on it. You tell me if you agree. I feel like Kandi fed that story to Portia about that belt, and then she tried to hide behind it. I seriously do. I feel like Kandi manipulated the whole belt thing, because if you remember when they were at the table, Kandi said, what happened with your belt? Like she was waiting on Portia to put that story out there at the table. You get what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
It's something up with Kandi and this whole closet thing. Kandi is full of shit. Kandi is full of shit.
Kandi is the puppet master. Just like, Portia was like, oh, you left me out there to dry. Like, you didn't talk to me first before you text Nene. Like, you covering your ass before I, so it just gave me that it was more to it than just we was kicked out the closet. Even Portia said, oh, we bonded in this closet. We bonded over that closet. What made y'all so close over that closet situation?
Because Kandi fed her bullshit. Portia probably said, like, what happened to my belt? And then Kandi probably was like, well, Nene yanked it up. Because Kandi is very sneaky like this. She always has been. And another thing, Eva. Initially, I was mad at Eva. I feel like Eva just does not fully understand how reality TV goes. Because when she originally did reality TV, that was years ago on Top Model. Uh-huh. And Housewives of Atlanta is a different thing. But what I do respect Eva on, even though she got on my damn nerves, was when they were trying to make it seem like Nene was just so wrong. She was like, hold up. Like, y'all disrespected her house. Cut the bullshit. Like, y'all disrespected her house. And even when the situation came up about Cynthia, I respected Eva for being real. Like, there was some betrayal shit. Now, if y'all decide to be cool again, that's fine. But Cynthia, you were full of shit and you're lying. You're lying. Now, if Cynthia was a real person, she would have just said, look, Nene, I feel like if I would have told you Kenya was coming, you wasn't going to come, and I ain't have time for that bullshit. Now, if you're mad about it, you're mad about it. But I thought you wasn't going to come if I told you Kenya was going to come. So I invited both of y'all, and y'all deal with that shit later. See, that's what she should have said.
Yeah, that's what a real woman would have said. But, like, Cynthia's hemming and hawing.
A real woman would have done it. But the reason why Cynthia really didn't do that, why everybody was like, "Oh, it's so hard being Nene's friend," no, because you had an arterial, you had a motive behind it. It wasn't just to get Kenya there. You want to get her on the show, even if that meant bumping Nene out the way. You knew what you were doing, and you knew you what you really wanted was you wanted Nene and Kenya to have a moment, and for Nene to come to you about the Kenya situation, and Kenya come to you about the Nene situation. Then boom, that's your way into next season. But I promise you, I feel deep down that Cynthia, you will be the one that's not asked back. I don't know why, but I feel that way. I feel that way.
I had those feelings too, but I don't know. I don't know. I won't know till tomorrow. Tomorrow or the next day. I got a day or two. But I honestly.
And I know you're gonna have that tea. I'm stalking. I can't wait. I know you're gonna have that tea.
I've been saying all year that I feel like it was either gonna be Kandi or Cynthia. Period. Kandi or Cynthia. So
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you one thing too. I think. I'm going to be honest, it's a possibility. I don't think they would get rid of Nene, but it's a possibility Nene say, fuck y'all, and go on about her own business. I feel like she's fed up.
Yeah.
The way they tried to do this thing this season. Because I felt when she called and talked to you, and she was talking to the callers last week, Nene sound like, people don't understand. When you think I'm not going to mention that YouTuber, but with your situation, when you think somebody is your friend, and they mess you over. And people don't understand. It's not just one small thing. It could be a million things that added up. And it's finally like once you do that one last little thing, it's like, you know what? I am done.
Right.
I cannot deal with this. And on top of that, what I'm going through. And you do this. I don't think people are understanding it. And Nene made a valid point when she said, if it were the other way around, I would be the worst thing in the world. The worst thing in the world.
Yep.
And one last thing I'm going to ask you, did you catch, Michelle, because I know you probably did. Did you catch how Cynthia and Mike were trying to set up her storyline for next year? Did you notice he conveniently said, I'm going to marry you next year? I'm going to marry you next year.
Yeah,
Negro, why I got to wait till next year? Not just I'm going to marry you, I'm going to marry you next year.
Yeah. I think, that's what they've been trying to set up. But I think, production may have caught on to it because if you notice in her last little segment on the finale, they was like, whatever. Remember, they kind of shaded her and Mike's relationship because they was like, Cynthia and Mike some about he's engaged in her businesses or something. I don't even remember what the thing is, but it was really shady, and it was almost like, yeah, y'all ain't gonna never get married. So I think they see through it. They totally see through it.
And this too, I've noticed that as much as people try to shade Nene, one thing about it, the producers must know they need Nene Leakes because they pulled out every receipt that you can to prove that these girls were lying and coming for her. Mm-hmm. And they don't do that. They don't do that. It's been times that you knew people were lying and they just let it skate past and let that person look like the villain. Right. But baby, they was like, no, you're not gonna play that with Nene Leakes. You're not. So the producers must know. The ball is in Nene's court. It's whatever she decides to do. But as far as Cynthia, I'm going to tell you, Nene said a long time ago, you can never win when you play dirty. You can never win when you play dirty. It's clear Kenya's coming back, but the thing is, whose peach is she going to take? Because she didn't come for Shamari's money.
She didn't take Shamari's peach because Shamari was not earning enough to pay Kenya what I believe that she would seek. You know what I'm saying? Because Shamari was actually earning less than Marlo. I don't know what the dollar figure is. Don't give me the quote numbers. But I know she was earning less than Marlo, and Marlo was a friend. You know what I'm saying? So, it's somebody big. The way the budget is set up, the way I've been watching this all these years, it's somebody big that's going to not be there. And I don't know who it is. It might be Nene. Who knows?
My thing would be, My thing would be that what I think that if Cynthia is asked back, I would think that this is what's going to happen, the way that it will backfire on her. If Kenya's back, Cynthia's back, and Nene's back, what's going to happen is Kenya's going to pay Cynthia dust because the mess is going to get figured out. Oh, because if all three of them are on the show together, one thing about Nene Leakes, you can't play her like a fool, and she comes with every single receipt that you could wait on. She ain't going to spill, she's not going to spill Cynthia's personal tea. I can't see her doing that, but she's going to let Kenya know, baby, this is how I know this, and this is why this is that. And while you sitting up here beefing with me, you need to check with the monkey in the middle. Wow. That's what Nene Leakes is going to do. And Cynthia, you're going to be left on the island how they had Portia that one year where you sitting there looking dumb, and you are weak, and you can't handle that. That's why you try to make sure that you have at least what you do is you fool with Nene, but everybody don't like Nene, so you try to keep at least one friend on the side in case you and Nene fall out. Yep. That's what you try to do, but you're going to get figured out. And one thing about Kandi goes along with what everybody else is doing. So if everybody else is not fooling with you, Kandi going to have you sitting right there by yourself. Yep. That's what's going to happen.
Kandi is definitely a fence
rider.
That's what's going to happen. Kandi is definitely a fence
rider.
But
I think Kandi can go. I really do. I think Kandi should be the peach to go. I do. She served her person, and it's not in a bad way when we say that. These are not even Kandi's real friends. She does not associate with any of these women outside the show. When you see Nene with Cynthia, we've seen her with Portia and other girls. Kandi is not genuinely friends with these girls. Her friends are Rashida, Tiny, Monica, those girls. Those are her real friends. So I feel like Kandi can bow out gracefully or form some thing where she do kind of like where she leaves the show mid-season and then goes transition into her own series, kind of like Kim did when even though she left, but I'm saying when she transitioned into doing Don't Be Tardy. Right. Kandi can kind of do that because, she opens restaurants and things like that. Her time with these girls is kind of over. It's a nice check, but maybe she could keep the check by doing her own show. It's time for them to let a black girl do that anyway.
That'll be interesting. Kandi could do like a what is it? The thing that Peter wanted to do. Peter wanted to do, what's that show that they do with the in Beverly Hills,
like Vanderpump Rules.
Yes, Vanderpump Rules. Peter was trying to do something like that with his Bar One series, and I could see Kandi doing something like that with her OLG gang. You know what I mean? Like now she's headed to New York tomorrow to do interviews, and she got all her aunts and her Mama Joyce with her. So I mean, it could be something like that.
And I feel like that's maybe what Kandi should do. But I do feel like, okay, if they do bring Phaedra on as a friend or whatever they may do, Kandi, you do need to address that situation because I feel like whether viewers like what Phaedra did or not, Phaedra does deserve the right to let it be known how Kandi betrayed her as well. I feel like Kandi was like, hurry up and get her off this show before she spill my tea and people know what type of person I am. That's what I feel like happened. They fired her or whatever like that, because I guess, Kandi is the crowd favorite, but however, Kandi has ran her course. And Nene Leakes was very smart when she knew it was getting to the point of her, like, kind of like, people kind of getting tired of her. She was like, well, let me step away, let these girls do their thing, and then I'll be back because this is my show.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it's that time for Kandi. We've seen you over and over again. We still like you, but it's kind of like, Kandi, you can go. And it's not in a bad way. It's just like, you serve what more can Kandi offer? Even with this drama that's going on, like Nene said, you're not important in this situation. I don't think she was saying it like you're irrelevant. It's like, I don't have no beef with you. If you invited her, you invited her.
Right.
But you're not important in this situation.
Right.
And she's not. This is the first reunion. Kandi really didn't even have nothing. She was just sitting there.
That was interesting too. She didn't really have nothing besides her, situation with Cynthia, and then her issues with her surrogate or whatever. She didn't really have too much of a story. Interesting.
She didn't. It's time for her to go. And Tanya, I'm sorry. I know a lot of people like Tanya. No thanks. And Tanya, the door is closed. You can leave. It's like Tanya went on Hulu and watched every single reunion that she could think of and tried to come with reads, and they were just lackluster. Their dress was horrible. Their lace front was horrible. The get your guy.
How you gonna read Tanya like that? Horrible. Tanya was just Tanya. I don't. She
was trying, like,
she was just kind of uneventful.
Then I can say I'm marrying someone else.
Yeah.
She met a no shade. She just doesn't fit in with these group of women. I like her independently, but that's what it is. I think she would be good for Potomac or maybe another series, but she doesn't fit in with this group of women, and she just doesn't. And it's kind of like, she's a breath of fresh air, but at the same time, too much of Tanya annoys me. It does.
Yeah.
And Marlo can lead too. And I know a lot of people don't agree with that.
Marlo is the bone carrier. Who we gonna have to like stir the pot? Marlo is stirring the pot. She's earning up check. I appreciate Marlo this season.
I do this season, but too much of Marlo will start to get on my nerves as well too. Bring on the trips and leave her there, then send her ass home. She'll start irritating me too, because Marlo is one of those people. Like, I like people that are quick on their feet. Like, I'm sure, like, when you get to arguing with people, do you know, like, you've ever been in a situation where you get it arguing with somebody and you read the hell out of them and they come back, your breath stinks, your this, that. And it's like, girl, that's so damn bad.
Your pussy stink.
Please, like, yeah, like, girl, okay, well, can you come harder? Like, that's my thing about Marlo. She's cute for a moment, then it's like, okay, girl, here we go with this stuff. But I fell on the floor when she told Eva, don't bet your bottom dollar because you don't have many.
I mean, that was the quickest read Marlo that ever had. Marlo be slow with the reads now. Marlo be slow with the reads. When she said that about the bottom dollar, I died.
She did. But other than that, I do feel like, Kandi can go. And they can keep Cynthia. This needs to be her last season, though. Bring Cynthia back just because she's been begging and begging for this check. But she probably put her foot in her mouth when she said this ain't enough money. And see, I've noticed they've been letting everybody's subtitles play very strategically. They are really, every reunion, they are really shady. When they did that, they set up Sheree that year when she was fanning, and that was her last year. They were really shady. She was lying about her house. When they set up Phaedra, when she lied, they were really shady, playing the little sound bites and stuff. And this season, I just get the feeling they were really shady towards a lot of people this season. But Cynthia with that whole, they don't pay me enough, it's like, oh, okay. They don't pay you enough. Girl,
okay.
You making millions of dollars. What do you think you gonna get that anywhere else? It damn sure ain't gonna be for that damn malt liquor. But one last thing I got to ask you. Do you think, okay, with this whole, Cynthia situation and whatever like that, do you think there is a possibility that Nene and Cynthia will make up again? Or do you seriously think Nene is truly done with Cynthia?
I think that they have an opportunity to be cool. but I don't think she will be as cool as she was. Like, I think that, they had a real relationship off camera. Like, other people really don't. Like, you don't see Kandi hanging with none of these girls, outside of the show. Not really, every now and then she ran into Kenya. Kenya was at her house or whatever. But they don't really hang out. You know what I mean? Even with Cynthia, they don't really hang out. So with Cynthia, I've seen Cynthia travel with Nene. Cynthia be at Nene's house. Cynthia, was celebrating her birthday. All of this was outside of the camera. So, with this betrayal situation, I can see them still being, cordial and cool, but I don't think they will be that type of friends anymore. Anita even said, Nene said, feed her with a long handled spoon. She did say that.
I don't blame Nene. And then I saw that on Kandi's little speak on it thing or whatever she does, where every week she's talking about Nene. But anywho, on her speak, have you noticed that every single week
I don't watch it. I don't watch it. So.
Well, yeah, I don't like how Kandi talk anyway, because she sounds like cotton balls stuck in the middle of her throat. But anywho, she had Kandi had interviewed Cynthia on one thing or whatever, and Cynthia said that she did not what they said that she said to Mike Hill. She was like, "That's bad editing." She didn't say that, but then she turned around and say on the reunion that she said that. Mm-hmm. You said on the reunion that you said it, but on Kandi,
and then on a couple of interviews, she said she don't remember saying it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's just like she's told like several different stories about that, because it's like throughout everything you can explain away a lot of other things, but that one sound bite that they had coming out your mouth, how you gonna explain that away?
Because no matter what, Nene is going to be the bad guy, no matter what. Mm-hmm. But the thing about it is, once Nene come back next season and she get back to shading people and having fun, because that's what she's going to do, because now she see who she's cool with and who she's not. But when she come back and get to shading people and have fun, the viewers will love her again. And Cynthia, you will remain irrelevant because you don't have anyone to latch on to.
Yep.
But other than that, I'm gonna let you get to the next caller, because I can sit here and read these girls all night.
Well, thank you so much, me from Memphis. I appreciate you.
Okay, bye.
Bye. They said me from Memphis is hell. She got it down pat, honey. She got her MBA and her PhD too. 3343. You on the line? Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Michelle.
Hello.
You know it's Andrea.
Hey, Andrea.
Yes. I just got something to say too. Kandi can't go. Kandi can go. Nene can stay. Cynthia can stay for one more season, because I want her to see how. I want her to come stay, but be a friend on the show, because I want Cynthia to take her, Kenya to take her peach, and then they need to get together, and her and Kenya be cool, and that would flip Cynthia out.
It would. I think that would be the ultimate. I mean, if she's there, if she's not there, if Kenya and Nene were to make amends some kind of way, I think, all of them would feel some kind of way.
And I don't want to. I really don't want to see her next season. Give Marlo a peach, honey. Just don't give her a peach, okay? Give her a peach, because her tea this season was good. Go give her a peach. Give her a peach.
Child.
I need to give Marlo a peach.
I guess.
Think that be a peach, Michelle?
I don't know that Marlo would ever get a peach. I don't know. I mean, I feel like she deserved one. She done put in work, but I don't know if she hadn't got one by now. I don't think she gonna get one. 8 seasons, 7 seasons. I don't think she gonna get one.
Well, what's the real reason why she ain't got no peach?
She slashed that girl face, and she did all kind of, like, are you kidding me? Marlo got a felony record. I guess that, I don't know. Look, I don't know if that's the reason or not.
Wait a minute. Just because somebody got a felony record, they can't be employed? I'm just asking the question.
Well, I don't know about you can't be employed, but maybe they feel like that's not their brand as far as what a real housewife is.
So she can be a friend of the show, but she can't be employed because she has a felony record. Is that called discrimination, Michelle? I'm just asking you.
Look, I don't work there.
Too many brothers out here got criminal records, and your two saying is they can't be employed. I'm just asking the question, Michelle.
there is no right to work law in Georgia. People can hire you and fire you for however they want to. If they don't like you, they don't have to hire you. Well, all right, Andrea. Thank you for calling. Let me get this other call, girl.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye. Look, I don't know what Andrea was doing her there. That phone, I don't know what was going on. 9773.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi, who I'm speaking with?
Oh, Jaquela from Orlando. I don't know if I'm supposed to from.
Girl,
late.
I can't hear you. What you say?
Sorry, Jaquela from Orlando.
Oh, you calling from Orlando?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You trying to stay quiet?
I
know it's late.
I was thinking about it, but I guess my husband's up, so whatever. Anyway, so for everyone who's still really mad at Nene, because even though Cynthia totally got caught tonight, she got caught up in her words so badly, and it was so obvious that she was lying. The fact that Andy even doubled back and asked her again, like, wait, hold up.
Right. That's why I'm like, how has she redeemed herself that 90% of the people who called in to watch What Happens Live, not to say that that's the whole world, but how has she redeemed herself so much that she, that she won the poll, that people believe her? I mean, I don't get it.
Like, she messed up. She could not keep her story straight. And it was so obvious, especially the fact that Andy doubled back to her. Andy's like, wait, but I thought you said... Yeah, okay.
And you said it to Mike. Right. Stop.
But people are still so upset. I just really want someone to actually answer, what else is Nene supposed to do in this situation? Because if she doesn't keep her position of being stoic and not feeding into the attention, what else is she supposed to do? Because otherwise she would get pushed and pushed and pushed further.
Right. And my thing is, I said this in another live, like, we've seen Nene pop off at different reunions all the time. She popped off at Kim that time. So, the where's your scooter and all of that. Like, we've seen Nene pop off. So the one time we don't see her pop off, is she wrong? She not showing these girls no emotion. She not giving them what they want. And so she the person in the wrong. I'm just trying to figure out, why is it that when, she realized that all of these people were clearly coming at her for reasons that, it just seemed kind of, outlandish. The whole Eva thing kind of struck me, though. Well, I didn't understand why Nene, Eva went hard at Nene and didn't go hard at, like, Kandi and none of them other girls. Like, even all of them were, like, kikiing about her being a lesbian, all kind of stuff. So why she got so mad at one person? Well, actually, I mentioned
before that I'm the one who's been, like, rewatching them all, because I watched them when I was so young, I don't remember them all.
Mm-hmm.
So honestly, rewatching all of these, I'm on Claudia Jordan season. Nene is pretty consistent with how she is. Like, when everyone's gunning with her at a reunion, she just kind of, like, holds her position, and she doesn't feed into a lot of it. She's like, okay, Because even in this season reunion, she's fighting with Cynthia. Because of the whole Nene calling Peter a bitch.
Because it's like she got one target. She like, Cynthia ain't my friend. Cynthia, it's like she got one target. Everybody else is of no consequence. So you see Portia.
And the thing that Eva's not picking up on is that even though, like, the vets, like Cynthia, whatever, may not be cool with Nene, they're still not disrespecting Nene. And Nene is not disrespecting Cynthia. Like, even when there's certain questions where Cynthia is like, oh yeah, Nene was in Canada at the time. Like, she's vouched for her.
Right.
But the thing that Eva's not realizing is that Eva's just gunning, because I think she thinks that that's what's expected of her.
Right. And did you notice that Nene vouched for Cynthia when Andy asked her about Mike Hill? And she was like, I've been around them more than anybody.
Oh, yeah.
And I like them, whatever. But, if it was me, I would like, that fake relationship. But, it seemed like, she...
But it's like, I feel like that's an unspoken rule. And I think it just makes sense, though, because it's like, Eva, if you want to be here at the end of the day, you still have to try to pick up the pieces and still have some sort of relationship.
Right.
So I feel like that's the reason why Kandi, Cynthia, and Nene never really go below the belt with each other. Like, yeah, they may go at each other, but it's never like, I don't know, Eva just felt so da-da-da.
She said rah rah.
And then she would defend Nene towards the end. It was just weird. I was like, all right, Eva, just be quiet.
Yeah.
Because I already feel some type of way with you, honestly, about the colorism comment. Because you, like Cynthia and Kandi's story, y'all add too much fluff to it, and it no longer feels like the truth.
And there was nothing that Eva could have said to me that would have made what she said not colorist.
Maybe.
Like saying, you know, black without a Q. Like, what does that mean? That means black, BLACK, which is a color. Like, I don't understand how nobody saw that, but okay.
Instead of just being like honest, being like, hey, we all make comments sometimes. They're not right. It was hurtful of me. I shouldn't have done it.
Right.
I can't find too many black people who have not made a colorist comment, dark skin or light skin. Because sadly, it's something that people think is just so easy to go after.
Right. John Humphrey.
So just be honest and own up to it.
You're right. You're right. Well,
because at the end of the day, most of the girls have probably said something themselves. So
I'm sure we've all made comments, you know, that are inappropriate. But we, you know, the thing is, I guess because she. But
she didn't sound any better than white people when we try to say, no, this is racist. This was racist. Like, no, listen to Kandi.
Oh yeah, Kandi definitely called her out on it. Kandi definitely called her out, and I appreciate that. But anyway, well, thank you so much for your input. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Have a good night.
All right, you too. Woo, y'all, it's getting late. I know it's late, but I did want to come in and give y'all a little something. It's a lot of stuff I want to talk about, but I'll do it tomorrow. But I also did a video over on the Michelle Brown channel where I was like, you know, talking a little bit about that whole situation with the Lioness of Judah channel and how she had like a peace summit on her channel last night. It was an 8-hour live. Ooh, y'all go over there and do some homework. You don't have to watch the whole 8 hours. Start at like the 6 or 7 hour mark and just get your life on how like all of these different YouTubers kind of got on there and, you know, was pretty much, you know, trying to squash their beef, even though a lot of it wasn't squashed. It was really interesting. It was really interesting. And so I want to talk about that a little bit more. But we could do that tomorrow when it's a little less late. You say, yes, that's what you're waiting on, Reese's Pieces. We talked about it a little bit over on the Patreon if you're over there, but it was, man, that whole Tasha K and Lovely T and Sweet Ma and, you know, Lovely T feeling some kind of way because Tasha K, you know, was calling her a codeine fiend and, you know, she was like, she's lying on her and, you know, it was a mess. It was a whole mess. You said you was listening to it before my live pop. John Humphrey. Look, I might have to let you go and go listen to it because when I say it was a whole hell of a lot. And you know, Lil Boosie, y'all know I call her Lil Boosie. She has a track record of doing that. And it's like, what type of person are you that you got to pull out people's dirty laundry because they don't do what you want them to do? She did it to Derek Jackson. She did it to Lovely T. I guess she did it to Candace from Daytime Tea Time. She did it to Sweet Ma. I mean, so how, like, we starting to see you for your works. You have a pattern now. Now, you know, she tried to do it to me. You know, she got online calling me all kind of bitches and hoes or whatever. So I'm just like, just because, you know, I filed my trademark complaint against her. So whenever she feels wronged, you know, she goes below the belt. Yes, Derek too, Vanessa the same. Derek, she targeted him because I think she wanted him to say something about Cardi B. You know, she's fixated on Cardi B. She wanted him to say something about Cardi B being a rapist or something. And he did a video and basically said that you know, Cardi B has a past, everybody has a past. We're all entitled to get, you know, to grow and move forward. You know, your past does not define you, that type of thing, which, you know, which is true. And so she felt like, he should have dragged Cardi B. Because he didn't drag Cardi B, all of a sudden, she's like, I got these women in my DMs who, are telling me that he's a beater and he does this and he has a child out of wedlock and all kind of craziness. And it's like, why are you trying to ruin this man's brand because he did not do what you said that, what you wanted him to do? So again, she keeps doing this to people. She did it to the Dennis Byron dude, the reporter guy who was doing a report on cyberbullying or whatever. And all of a sudden, because she found out who he was, she goes and pulls his record, talk about he, was arrested for sexual assault back in 1990. Who the fuck cares? It was 1990, and if he ain't in jail now, clearly it was dropped or whatever the case may be. So she keeps trying to pull this sensationalism act to divert the attention off what it really is, which is her, and it is what it is. But it was just really interesting to see, people call her out about it. You said she crazy. Exactly, Vanessa. I was in the chat last night and I was just like, they should have never gave some of you N-words Wi-Fi, because at the end of the day, man, it's some people online you would never guess are suffering from some type of mental disorder, and clearly she is one of them. But again, no judgment. I guess we all have our crosses to bear, our burdens and everything. But when you start to see certain things and you see how people start to support that type of craziness, it's crazy. It's crazy. But anyway, you guys, thank you for tuning in. I know it's late. I know, we got a lot more to talk about. We'll talk tomorrow. If you haven't already, like this video. Subscribe to my channel. I also have, hold on, let me see. I'll say that for tomorrow. I have a new shirt that I want to show y'all. It's like hashtag Black Blog Matters. So if you'll see the link down below. It's a black shirt with the hashtag Black Blog Matters, and that'll probably be the topic of my video tomorrow. Good night, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. The video, the full video episode, part 3 of the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion will be on straightfromtheA.com tomorrow, in addition to the written recap for those of you who want to watch it again. Yes, Kenya's coming back. We talked about that. Shamari lost her peach. We talked about that. As to who has a peach confirmed next season, I was told that they are not looking for any other women, so the peaches will be rearranged. We don't know who has one yet. I'll know tomorrow though. Oh yes, thank you so much, Anita. The ATLien YouTube channel hit 77.5 million views on April 9th? I just found out. Now I'm at 7.6. I didn't hit another 100,000. I appreciate y'all. I'm like, oh my God. People say they don't even watch my videos. They watching some. If they ain't watching the new ones, they watching the old ones. I like that. I like that a lot. 7.5 million. I've only been on, a year and 4 months. I've been a blogger for 10 years. I've only been on YouTube for a little while, so don't get it twisted now. Don't act like I've been here for a long time. I don't do this. Thank you, John. Shout out to the squad. Put up your aliens if you're a member of the Patreon squad, or if you're a member of the squad, period. Thank y'all for tuning in so late. It is 2:22 a.m. in the Georgia area. Shout out to Andrea. Andrea, whatever you was doing in that phone, don't do that no more. Don't do that no more, Andrea. Shoot. Anita, Chef is asking. Thank you, Chef, for moderating. Juno, I know Juno went to bed. But yeah, y'all go watch Lioness of Judah's Peace. I'm going to call it the Peace Summit. Go watch it. It was very, very interesting. It actually told a lot about, certain personalities and things. It's very interesting. Anyway, you guys, I will see y'all tomorrow.